right now with you.
Back to the channel, I'm Jordan with Big Boy Toys, and today I want to go over an awesome feature with the Ford Tremor, which is called trail control. The Tremors have these. I believe the Ford Ranger Tremor that just came out, the F-150 Raptor I believe has trail control, and I think the Bronco that's getting ready to come out also has trail control. Also, please subscribe to my videos. I have a lot of Tremor videos. I'm also going to be doing reviews on a lot of other things that you might find interesting, so please subscribe and get all my videos. A couple weeks ago I did part 1, part 2 video basically explaining the Ford Tremor front differential, which Ford touts as a limited slip. So subscribe to my videos and check those out. But back to today, we're basically going to demonstrate the Ford trail control system. What's the trail control system? Well, basically it is a cruise control for off-roading. So you can set your cruise control anywhere between 1 and 20 miles per hour, and basically the truck is going to figure everything out for you. So typically when I use it, I'll use it anywhere between 1 and 3 miles per hour. That's where I find it to be most comfortable for me. And basically once it's engaged in that, the truck is going to do everything for you. It's going to apply throttle when it needs to apply throttle. It's going to apply brake when it needs to apply brake. When you get into an off-camber situation to where maybe one wheel is in the air and the other wheel is on the ground, typically you off-roaders will know when you have an open differential, that's kind of a bad situation because the wheel that you need to have grip will not turn, and the wheel that's in the air is the one that's going to be spinning. So what the trail control system will do is that it'll apply brake pressure to the wheel that's spinning, that's typically without traction, maybe up in the air or loose gravel. It'll apply brake pressure to that side, and it'll create torque that goes to the opposite end of the axle to the wheel that's actually needing traction, and will force that wheel to start spinning. So basically the trail control kind of act like a locker type system, but without a locker. However, you do get the wheel spin, whereas if you had lockers that were fully locked up, there is no wheel spin. Everything is just instantaneous. So with this, the truck will, one wheel will start to spin, and it'll have to, try to figure it out, and then it'll make the other wheel engage. Right now, this is my 2020 Ford F-250 Tremor. It's got the 7.3 liter gas. It does have the push button locking rear differential. However, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm not going to have that locker engaged. So yeah, let's get started. All right, guys, so just to kind of set up the demonstration, right now the truck is in an off-camber obstacle. It is in 4-wheel drive high, and the trail control is on. It's set to 1 mile per hour. And you can see this back wheel does not have any traction. It's going to spin. This front wheel up here has a lot of traction. It's not going to spin. And let me walk around the truck here to kind of set it up for you. And also, I take that back. The truck is in 4 low right now. It's not 4 high. So there's kind of a big hill right here. Walk around to the other side. Some of you might be familiar with this hole. I kind of demonstrated it when I did the front differential videos. So you can see this tire right here is pretty much going to be the one that spins on this side. It's got almost no traction. That one back there has all the traction. So right now it is set for 1 mile per hour, and he's just going to take his foot off of the brake, and the truck is basically going to do everything on its own. Okay, go ahead, take your foot off the brake. Okay, stop. Okay, as you can see, this wheel here started spinning because it had no traction, and typically what would happen is that there would be no torque applied on that other axle to pull itself out. It would just sit here and spin, and kind of the same thing back there. Go ahead and back up. That's good. So we're going to do the same thing just on this side. So you can see this wheel once he lets off the brake, will pull itself out. We'll get the truck out of this obstacle. Go ahead. Okay, stop. Okay, so you see how basically the truck throttled itself up and applied brake pressure to that spinning wheel on the other side and forced this one to engage, and the same thing on the back axle. So he did not give it gas at all. When you heard the engine ramp up, that is completely done on its own. Okay, now what I want to show you is just the kind of difference without the trail control mode on. So what we're going to do is same thing, but no trail control mode. Go ahead. So you can see once he takes his foot off of the brake, see that wheel's not pulling. This one back here is just spinning. And the truck is basically, let me walk around the other side. You can see this wheel over here is just spinning. See that? And that wheel back there is not doing anything. Okay, stop. Okay, go ahead and put the trail control mode back on. Okay, go ahead. So this is with trail control back on. Okay, stop. Okay, so you can see that once he puts the trail control mode on, it'll pull itself out of there. So the truck basically just kind of figures out which wheel is slipping, which one is not, and then it'll apply the brake pressure to basically make that wheel that needs traction engage. Okay, so this is another demonstration. Basically, it's going to be set at 1 mile per hour. He's going to take his foot off the brake, and then you're going to see with trail control mode, it's going to hold that 1 mile per hour and then come up through this obstacle and basically do what it needs to do. Okay, go ahead. Okay, as you see there, that back wheel started spinning over here, so it applied brake pressure to the other side and basically gave the truck traction and moved itself out of there. All right, I just want to kind of give you a better idea. I know it's hard to see on camera exactly what this obstacle is, but just kind of walking through it here. This is generally where the tires get sunk down into, and you won't get much traction. And also, guys, that trail control mode will work in 4-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive low, and 2-wheel drive. So yeah, if you're just doing some really light off-roading, basically just dirt trails, and you want to do 2-wheel drive, that's probably when you would use it for the maybe the 20 mile per hour. You could basically just put that in 2-wheel drive, 20 mile per hour, let off the gas, and it'll just maintain that speed for you. We're going to do one more demonstration. I'm going to be on the other side of the truck this time. Okay, ready? 1 mile an hour trail control. Go ahead. So his foot is off the brake. It's maintaining that speed on its own. You hear the throttle go up. There you go, that's good. You can see there the throttle went up. That wheel was slipping. It put pressure to the other side and gave it grip. And it's doing the same thing for the back as well. So yeah, now let me demonstrate from inside of the cab on how to engage the trail control. All right guys, so from inside of the truck, you have this button over here, and you push that engages the trail control. And I'll do that from this screen over here. Also, one of the cool things you have with the Tremor is basically this screen right here that gives you your degrees, your incline, decline, and then your left to right tilt meter. And when I turn my steering wheel, you can see it even gives me my steering wheel angle, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so push this button. It says trail control enabled, use set button. So then you have to put it in drive. And once it's in drive, you use this here basically as your speed up and your speed down. So back to this screen, you can see there 1 mile per hour, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. You can do that all the way up to, I believe 20 miles per hour. Let's make sure. Actually, no, I was wrong. It's 10 miles per hour. 20 mile per hour is for the two-wheel drive only. So if you put it in two-wheel drive, it'll do 20 mile per hour. But if you're in four-wheel drive, it'll just do 10, which is fine. I don't know why you'd want to do 20 in four-wheel drive. So we'll put this back down to 1 mile per hour. My foot is on the brake, and basically have that same obstacle up front, which is right over in this area. I'm going to let my foot off the brake, and the truck will just, it'll engage, and we're moving on its own. Doing about 500 RPM. And once I drop down in here, I start to spin. I'm going to show you the RPM so you can see that it basically throttles itself up. Okay, I'm spinning now. There goes the RPM, and it pulled us out. It also works in reverse. I put it in reverse, let off the gas. You can see it's backing itself up the same way, 1 mile per hour. Okay, on this demonstration, he's going to set the speed at 2 miles per hour, and then he's going to come down. This is a pretty good decline right here, and you're going to see the truck is going to maintain its speed. We're going to come down here, we're going to come back up this way over here, and then there's a pretty good incline right here. I'm going to have him go up. So this is 2 miles an hour. You can see the truck is doing that all on its own. He's not applying the brake or the throttle. And then the other thing is too, is that when you're in this mode, you can apply the brake and the throttle if you like. If you wanted to speed up a little bit, you can. And then also as you're moving, you can change the speed up and down. So that set button that I showed you, if you want to go up to 3 miles an hour, they'll hit it to 3. You don't have to stop and reset anything. So there it just went up to 3 miles an hour on its own. So yeah, you can brake it, you can slow it down, speed it up, just kind of like a regular cruise control. Only it's basically for off-roading. Go up to 4. See, it's just going to maintain its speed. We're going to have him go up this little incline over here. Okay, drop down to 2 miles an hour. You see the truck kind of slows down because it's ready to go up this incline, but you're going to hear it throttle up on its own. See, it just came to a stop on its own. It's going to apply throttle, And there it goes. Again, it starts to slow down because of the way the truck is working against itself. Starting to give it gas, and it's pulling itself up. Go ahead and put it in reverse. Let the trail control work. Put it 1 mile per hour. So he'll put it in 1 mile per hour in reverse. You can see, no brake, let out the brake. You can see it's braking on its own. You can even see the brake lights on there. That's 1 mile per hour. Backing up. Completely on its own. Okay guys, that is the trail control system explained on a 2020 Ford F-250 Tremor. And like I said before, I believe that trail control system is in the Ford Ranger Tremor, the F-150 Tremor, the F-150 Raptor, and I think it's going to be in a new Bronco that comes out as well. So that's basically that system explained. If there's something I didn't answer, please drop them down in the question or in the comments box. I'll do the best I can to answer them. If I get enough questions in there, then hey, I'll do another video to try to explain them. I know with the differential video I did a part 1 and part 2 because after the first one there was a lot of questions with that one that I couldn't answer. So what the heck, I did number 2, part 2 video. Anyways, again, I'm Jordan with Big Boy Toys. Please like and subscribe, catch all my videos. Take care, thanks for watching.